The 13 WIBW First Alert Weather Team presents Be Prepared, Not Scared.
Did you know flooding causes more deaths on average every year than tornadoes? That's on average. A few years like 2011, the tornadoes brought us more terror than the flooding did in that year. Some years it's different. As much as flash flooding doesn't get most folks as worried as a tornado, we need to pay close attention to this danger. And let's talk about it right now and check out some flooding up around the area. Mike Sharoos has some amazing video to start it. Go ahead.
This is out here on Humboldt Creek on Burley Hill Road, and you can see the water is absolutely tremendous.
That's Gary County, Kansas. If you're driving in an area where flooding is possible, you have to pay attention. When flood water is running over the top of a road, there's no way to know what's going on beneath the surface of that water. In 2020, we had heavy rain and some flooding in Topeka. I worked until 3 a.m., then had the same decision to make that many folks do.
Just like this, with running water across the street. So I tell people almost every time it rains, turn around, don't drown, avoid the flood water, don't play in the flood water and those kind of things. So I'm not going to drive through it.
The next morning I came back and saw that the road had no support left underneath. According to the National Weather Service, on average, more deaths occurred due to flooding than from any other thunderstorm-related hazard. More than half of all flooding-related drownings occur when a vehicle is driven into floodwater. Jacob Creek is an extreme example. In 2003, 12 miles southwest of Emporia,
a total of 7 cars were swept off the Kansas Turnpike. According to officials, concrete barriers kept the floodwaters at bay for a while, and then 7 of them gave way.
More than 6 feet of water eventually ran over the Kansas Turnpike, carrying cars more than 1 mile and victims even farther. Of course, the Jacob Creek flood was at night, making it very hard to see. This animation from NOAA shows what can happen if you try to drive through moving floodwater. Once the car is floating and taken by the water, there isn't much more you can do, and rescue is going to be difficult or impossible. It only takes about a foot of water to float most cars. 2 feet of rushing water can carry most vehicles, including SUVs. So what can you do to stay safer from flooding? In the car, turn around, don't drown. Don't drive around barricades. Even if floodwater has subsided, it's possible the road could be compromised. In the home, know your rivers, creeks, threats. In most situations, you know if there's a river or creek nearby that can flood. But in some extreme situations, you could have an area flood that hasn't done so in a century or more. Situational awareness is important. Of course, in recent years, we saw some extreme loss of life from flooding. Hurricane Helene in September of 24 caused overwhelming flooding in the southeastern part of the nation. Hundreds of lives were lost. July 4th last year was the unbelievable flooding along the Guadalupe River in Texas. More than 100 folks lost their life that terrible day, and the stories of lives lost along that river are truly just unbearable to think about. All right, do want to talk about the WIBW weather app. More than 70,000 people already use the WIBW weather app every month. It's been growing every single month, and of course we get into tornado season. I expect that number to get even higher. The round image here says scan to download. You can get that off the WIBW weather forecast. We do those on TV as well. You just point your camera at it. You can try it here if you want to. It might work. You can also point at that image. Follow the link to download it or go to WIBW.com. You can get it there. There's a Google Play Store. There's the App Store as well. But I do encourage you to make sure that you have this. We do send out a lot of information on what's coming, if severe weather is possible or likely. You can get tornado warnings from the WIBW weather app as well, and you can set it to anything you want. If you don't want to hear about floods, you don't have to hear about it. If you want to hear about every single time there's lightning, you can get it set up for that. You can also get things like school closings from the WIBW weather app. It is free, and again, more than 70,000 folks are using this every month during tornado season. We do encourage you, especially during tornado season, to make sure you have multiple ways to get warnings, whether it's tornado warnings, severe storm warnings, and all those things. The Weather Service and we do encourage you to make sure that you have multiple ways to get all of those warnings. After a short break, I'm going to talk more about tornadoes and tornado safety. I hope you'll stick around with us.